Today, we are checking out Claude Design. This is a tool that is meant to let you make beautiful designs. However, I've heard mixed reviews about it online, so I thought we would check it out. In this video, we're going to create a design for a calorie tracking mobile app, and we'll quickly learn together to find out if Claude Design is any good. I'm on the Pro plan, so it'll be very interesting to see how much we're able to do on that subscription. With that being said, let's jump into it. We can't access Claude Design from their app just yet. Instead, we have to use the web browser. Head on over to this website. From here, we're going to select a new prototype. I'm going to give this a name, and we'll go create. We're going to do two things. First, we're going to give it a very basic prompt about what we're after. And the second thing we're going to do is give it screenshots of designs that we like. Personally, I love this website called dribble.com with 3 Bs. This is like Facebook for designers. When you're not a designer, it can be very difficult to articulate what you like. Things like elevation, rounded corners, typography. You probably don't quite know how to describe it, but if you saw an example of something you like, you're like, yes, that's what I want. I get a lot of design inspiration from this website. We're going to search for calorie trackers. Here are some designs that I like. We're going to go ahead and save them all. And now we're going to add them as screenshots. We'll add the 8 examples that we like. It's got our 8 designs and our prompt. We're going to click send. After about 30 seconds, it's asked some clarifying questions. In terms of colors, I don't actually know what I want, so we're going to go a few options. Purely want to work on the home dashboard screen for now. That's pretty cool that we can do clickable prototypes. Honestly, I just want some design mockups. I don't need the fully clickable prototype if we are able to create a great design. We're just going to take a static screenshot and feed that into Claude Code and tell it to build the app for us. That's going to go away and do a few things for us. While we wait for that, I've busily been building out an online course. It covers the help desk, engineering, my specialty, cloud and AI. There are over 40 video lessons. And so if you'd love to get your foot in the door and land a job in the tech industry, I'll leave a link down below to the waitlist so you can be notified when this course goes live, and you'll get a nice little discount as a bonus. It's the first link down in the description below. That's still building out in the background. It's been running for a good 3 to 4 minutes now. Some things I've kind of noticed, it does keep a running tally of the tasks it's doing. It tells you exactly what it's doing at each stage, and you can even expand these bars out to see what it's currently up to. So it's writing the different variations that we asked for. In this middle section here, we've got our upload. So this is all the screenshot attachments that we told it to use as design inspiration. These pages are what it's created along with the different components. We'll give it a few more minutes. I imagine when it's done, we'll have like some kind of interactive demo or screenshot where we can see the design that it's come up with. Okay, that's done. It has come back with 4 different designs that we can choose from. Now it's not perfect, but it's a good start. Straight away, I can see this design element overlaps with the background. It probably should have pinned this to the bottom. The floating action button should probably be up here so it doesn't get cut off. But overall, the options aren't too bad. Now I do like this interactivity here. At a click of a button, we can change the main accent color to see what theme we like the best. And we can also toggle dark mode. Now, I have to say, this dark mode toggle through Claude Design looks a lot better than when you get Claude Code to implement dark mode. The colors, the tones of the grays and whites that it's used are perfect. This is a much better result than what I get in Claude Code when I say, hey, implement a dark mode feature. Especially in a mobile app, it often messes it up and I have to quite literally give it the exact hex codes that I want it to use. So that's really nice to see. And it appears the final option it has given us is the corner radius. Zoom in. We can make these less circular, like more blocky, or we can make them more rounded. I really like how it's given us those interactive options, and on the fly we can just adjust things. That's pretty cool. Now, if you ever click out of it, you can open the tweaks menu up by re-ticking this item here. Looking at these designs, I really don't like B, so I'm going to click these dots and just remove it. Don't need that one. In fact, out of all of these, A is my favorite. So that's the one we're going to focus on. Here I'm telling it to remove all the other designs. We're going to focus only on this one. And we're going to remove that today's meal section so that it doesn't overlap with that bottom navigation bar. Now, before I send that, let's have a look at our token usage. Keep in mind, I'm currently on the Pro plan. We've asked it to do one thing, and we've used 34% of our weekly usage. And this is something to keep in mind. This is not like Claude Code where you get a rolling 5-hour window where it refreshes. This is our entire weekly limit. It's a relatively new feature and obviously uses a lot of tokens behind the scenes. So just keep that in mind that yes, you are able to use this tool, but you'll probably only be able to create 1 or 2 designs with a couple of iterations. Let's go ahead and send those adjustments off and see what we get back. Okay, that's looking good. The final adjustment I want to make is we're going to get rid of this white space and make this the full length. So I'm going to give it our prompt, and this time we're going to use this draw feature. So I'm going to kind of highlight what I'm talking about here to give it some additional context so it knows the empty space that I'm talking about is this and not this up here. And what we can do is after drawing, we can click here and we can type. So we can say this is the space I want to get rid of. Just to help guide and illustrate exactly what I'm talking about. That was interesting. It seems they are independent. So that little bar that popped down the bottom with my note, I had to click send. So it looks like the way you use it is you draw, you add those comments, and then you hit that send there. That send button is completely different to this one on the left. I thought by simply just putting a prompt in the left, it would have the understanding and the context of the drawing from the right. It doesn't look like that is the case, so keep that caveat in mind. That's starting to look really good. In fact, I am happy with that, and we're simply going to click the 3 dots, and I'm going to download the PNG. Now we have an example design that I can then feed into Claude Code as a design example and tell it to build out the mobile app for me based on this design. Let's take a look at how we're going for tokens, so about 47%. Now I'm going to tell it to, instead of just giving me the static screenshot, I want full interactivity and I want it to design maybe one other screen for us. Here I'm telling it to be completely interactive, to create another screen, and to add 10 new colors. Now I imagine this will blow through most of our tokens because of the interactivity, but let's wait and see. That's done. Now, the interactivity part did take a long time. I had to actually walk away. It took a good 10 or so minutes. But let's check out the results. We've got our different pastel-y colors that I asked for, and it's designed all of the other screens for us. It's done a really good job. It's even identified key little features like the fact that scanning a barcode is something that most of these calorie tracking apps do. I'm really impressed. I think this is actually quite good. Like, you can do all of this through Claude Code and Android Studio, but the problem with that is it's very iterative. Like, you have to tell Claude, hey, implement this button or this feature or try a new color. If we take the colors, for example, I can click between 10 different colors, whereas I would have to do that individually 10 different times through Claude Code, or I'd have to implement different buttons on a setting screen. And to be able to interactively switch all of these at a click of a button and to tell it, hey, I want to A/B test these different design principles, this is pretty cool. And I know for me personally, this is going to help a lot to help improve the designs of my own app. I can now take screenshots chuck it into here, tell it to mock up 5 different versions and try 20 different color schemes, and then I can pick and choose the best ones to plug back into the app. I'm pretty excited about this. It gets the seal of approval. I'm going to start using this every week to make sure that I use up most of my credits. It looks like my theory was correct. The interactivity does use a lot more tokens. So with a week's worth of usage as a recording on the Pro plan, we were able to mock up an interactive design for a mobile app. That's pretty cool. Anyway, that is all I had for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to answer it. And if you're looking to land your first job in the tech industry, the link to my course will be the first link in the description down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.